And now we have ran the program and the emulator has shown up. Now we'll unlock the emulator. Start the app, and on click of this arm button, that new screen should pop up what we created, this new activity.xml. Let's click this new button. You can see we have one exception here when we click that button. Activity not found exception. You must be knowing the reason why. As we saw in our earlier tutorial, this Android manifest.xml file, it says it is a resource file which contains all the details needed by the Android system about the application. It has information about your package, including components, applications such as activities, services, broadcast receivers. You just concentrate on this, such as activities. Now you must be knowing that we have created new activity, but we didn't make any changes to our Android manifest.xml file. Earlier by default it creates main activity class, so it creates this automatically. But if in this case we have created our new activity class, but we have not defined any changes in this Android manifest.xml file, so that's why it was not able to find that activity and it gave that exception, activity not found exception. So for this we need to define this new activity in this class. Now how to do that? First of all, you need to create a new activity tag. You can type -ac and it will automatically give you the tags. Then first of all, inside this activity you need to define name of the activity. Name is fully qualified class name. Here you can see this is our package name, then dot our class file name. So this is fully qualified class name. First package name, then dot class name, and our package name is com.example.hello world. If you'll do control space, it will show you your activity names. Our new activity is created with the name new activity, so we'll just select this, and after this you can give one label, and label will give the same which we have given in our main activity. Labels again we took it from @string file, strings.xml file, so the way to access that, add string then app_name, same name will use it here also. To format it you can just press Ctrl+Shift+F. This is the way code was. If you want to format it, there is one shortcut, Ctrl+Shift+F, and you can see code has been formatted and it's looking good now. So this is how you define a new activity in Android manifest.xml file. Whenever you create a new class and you define new UI changes, like here we did create a new class new activity.java and we loaded a new UI in this. Now for this new activity, which is extending activity, we need to define this class in your manifest file. Now we'll run the code again and we'll see if we can get this new screen. Now to run, now I'm clicking this run icon. Now again, as usual, it will take some time to load up, and once it loads up, then we'll click that button and see whether we can get redirected to that new activity or not, or new UI screen. Now again I'm clicking on this button, and you can see our new activity has popped up. This was what we set in this UI, and this was a whole new screen, and this screen has showed up once we clicked. To go back, you just need to hit the back key. When we click this IMA button, which is present on activity_main.xml, again I'm clicking this button, and you can see we are redirected to this new activity screen. So this is how you switch from one activity to another activity using intents. Again, I'll give you walkthrough to the code using intents. So the activity from which you want to shift to another activity, you need to write the code in that activity only. In this case, we need to shift from main activity class or this activity_main screen to new screen. So we'll write the code here in this main activity itself, because we want to shift from this main activity.java to new activity.java. And using intents, this is how you create intents. Intent equals new intent, and in first parameter you need to specify from which screen you want to shift or from which activity you want to shift. And in this case, this is the screen from which we want to shift. So this is the shortcut. You can use this. This is a inbuilt Java keyword. You can use this, then comma, to which class or which activity you want to shift to. And to specify that, first you need to give the name of the class, then dot class. Class is also a inbuilt keyword in Java, and this will specifically tells this that this is the new activity where you are shifting to. And this is not only enough to shift to new screen. After that, you need to call this start activity method, and inside that you need to give this intent or this variable name which you have created for intent, and this will redirect, this whole code will redirect from one screen to another screen using intents.